What is going on, Arizona sports fan family? How are we doing out here today on this Sunday evening, ladies and gentlemen? Bless your guys' heart for being here today. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys for being here, especially the 15 people that are in here right now. I know nobody wants to talk about Arizona Cardinals. I'm fully aware of that. But hey, we're chugging along. We still got 5 more games. And hey, we saw some good games, right? We saw some good games today on Sunday. Now, I don't know if you guys saw the 49ers completely destroy the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's what was given to us here, at least in my location. And that was actually taken away from the Arizona, from us. And we ended up seeing the Seahawks versus the Panthers because it was just an absolute destruction, ladies and gentlemen. So we had some really good games today, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys for coming through. Let me give some big shout outs to the people that are currently in the chat. We got Ian, we got It's Cardinals, Julian, PL, Brandon, Nathan. What's up, everybody? Thank you so very much for being here. If you guys haven't done so already, please do me one quick favor. Smack the like button on this video. It helps out the algorithm. It helps out me. It helps that lonely Arizona Cardinal fan that is looking for a home to kind of go to. Definitely do me that huge favor. Smack the like button on this video. And we got a lot to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot to talk about pertaining to Sean Payton, playoff chances, all that different stuff. Now, yes, the playoff chances for the Arizona Cardinals is very, very slim to nil, but technically we are still in the playoff hunt, at least as of right now. But if we do lose this game on Monday Night Football, then our chances are pretty much, I believe, pretty much moot at that very moment. Now, because the San Francisco 49ers did win today against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that goes ahead and gives them 10 wins on the season, and that just completely takes away the division from the Arizona Cardinals. Like, we can no longer attain that division anymore. The West is over. It's gone. It's either going to be to the San Francisco 49ers or to the Seahawks, just really depending on how everything pans out. But the Arizona Cardinals cannot have the West anymore because they got 10 wins, at least as of right now, with 4 wins on the season with 5 games left. The best thing that we can become is a 9-8 team. Now, are we going to be a 9-8 team? I don't know, right? That's kind of to your discretion. That's kind of to however you feel about the Arizona Cardinals, at least at this point into the season. But me, we'll have to kind of wait and see, right? We got the Patriots and then we got the Broncos next. So we got some winnable matchups. It's just, can we win them, right? Like that's the big thing out there. Can we win these matchups? Now, first thing I want to get into, ladies and gentlemen, obviously the Seahawks did end up losing against the Panthers today. We're going to dive a little bit into that a little later on in the stream, but I really want to speak about Sean Payton, right? Like, we call this the Sean Payton watch, ladies and gentlemen, because obviously there was a report that came out, 2 or 3 weeks ago that, Sean Payton had his eye on the Arizona Cardinals, or at least at Arizona, for a possibility of becoming the head coach here. Now, there was a new recent report that came out today that kind of completely shattered the hopes of a lot of Arizona Cardinal fans, myself included as well, because the big thing that we have going for us right now as Arizona Cardinal fans is the hopes and prayers that a Sean Payton can land as the next Arizona Cardinal head coach, right? I think that's what a lot of fans are kind of, leaning their hat on. I understand the toughness of how that's going to be able to get accomplished, right? We get it, right? It's going to be hard for that to happen because Sean Payton wants every single power that he can possibly get. And that means, Michael Bidwell's buddy over there, Steve Keim, will have to relinquish that power. And I'm not sure if that's the route that, Michael Bidwell is going to want to go. But if Sean Payton does come here, he's going to want power, and B, he is going to cost a lot of money. Now, not just money, draft capital as well. So we understood as Arizona Cardinal fans that it could possibly be a long shot, but because he had some sort of interest to the Arizona Cardinals, man, there was just a little hope, right? Now, with this recent report that came out this morning, it kind of, broke me a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. It kind of broke me a little bit, but I'm still holding on hope. I'm still holding on to the opportunity for a possibility of Sean Payton being our next head coach. But this is the report that came out. Enough for my jibber jabbing. This is going to be the report that came out. Now, it's this screenshot that I'm going to show you and then something else as well. So just FYI, this is one of the reports that came out and it says this. So this is from Jeff Duncan. He says, people close to Sean Payton think he's going to coach in 2023. I asked one of them to rank where he'd most likely coach. He listed the Saints number 1. Now, obviously, this is obvious, right? if I was Sean Payton, I would say the Saints being number one as well, right? Because why? Because the Saints technically right now have him under contract. So if he is going to be a coach in 2023, he is going to be, or number one is going to be the Saints, right? I think there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That's going to be basically where he's at. Unless there's a trade that happens, if he is the coach of 2023, he's going to most likely land in the Saints, right? So that report came out, and I was like, okay, right? I mean, that kind of hurts, right? That's kind of a jab to the face of Arizona Cardinal fans, right? Just a quick little jab. But this one right here from the NFL Network came out today. Now, I was trying to look for a screenshot of this. And I couldn't find a screenshot, but it was on the most recent, it was on the most recent, like in the morning before the games came on. Essentially, this is what it is, right? Let me go ahead and see if I can find it here real quick. 1 second. Basically, what it said is that like Sean Payton has his eyes on an LA team, essentially. That's basically what it is. And that came from Tom Pelissero, and I think Mike Garafolo was there, as well as Ian Rappaport. They were on there, and they said that Sean Payton wants to coach an LA team. Now, they listed both the Rams and they listed the Chargers. Both. Now, weird, right? It's weird because I never thought in a million years that the Rams would be in discussion because of Sean McVay. But he wants to stay in LA. At least that's what the insiders are saying. And then that screenshot I showed you pertaining to like where he would land, number one spot would be the Saints, obviously, because he's under contract still. So like that's not that big of a deal. But it almost seems like if Sean Payton had a decision, I believe he would want to go to an LA team. Now, obviously, that doesn't make me happy, right? That doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies. That doesn't give me any light at the end of the tunnel because, like I said a little earlier in the stream, a lot of Arizona Cardinal fans were holding their hope in prayers, although we thought it was going to be a long shot, right? Although we understood he's going to be expensive. Although we understood it was going to be a lot of draft capital. We held to the opportunity and then the thoughts and prayers of a possibility of Sean Payton becoming our next head coach. But with these most recent reports coming out, that's the haymaker. Boom. To me. That's the haymaker to me. Now, yes, that screenshot that I showed you, that was the quick little jab that I'm like, bro, that hurt. Right? That hurt. But being that Ian Rappaport's coming out with Tom Pelissero as well as Mike Garafolo saying that he's eyeing an LA team, which is going to be either the Chargers or the Rams. Nowhere in the most recent report, they said the Cardinals or Arizona was a possibility. And that doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies, ladies and gentlemen. That absolutely doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies. The Arizona Cardinals right now, as where we stand, we're 4-8, right? We're a 4-8 team as of right now. I know somebody asked me, do we still have playoffs, right? Is playoffs still attainable? Yeah, I mean, technically, per the numbers, per how many games we have left, yes. Technically, yes, playoffs is still attainable. But the Arizona Cardinals need to either win out, and I mean every game, all 5 games, or at least have 4 games at least. And I'm saying every game. I think they need to win every single game. Because if they win 4 games, that would put them at 8-9. I don't know that that's attainable, ladies and gentlemen. I truly don't know if that's attainable. So yes, technically, per the numbers we do. But if the Arizona Cardinals lose this game coming up in this week, I think the chances are absolutely, I mean, how do I not try to crush your dreams, right? I think it looks bad, right? I guess the best way to go about to answer your question is this.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's the best way to describe it. If the Arizona Cardinals lose this game against the Patriots. Now, if you guys don't know, tomorrow I am doing my very first watch party of the 2022 season. So definitely shout out to that. I'm excited to do it. We're going to be doing a watch party. Hopefully it's a good game. Because if not, if we get blown out, it's going to be a really terrible way of seeing the AZ Sports fan pretty much just slump down. But I am going to be doing a watch party tomorrow. So just FYI, I will be live on my channel. If you guys want to kind of come in on, instant reactions, that type of stuff, I will be live throughout the entirety of the game. So just FYI. And the Panthers won today. The Panthers beat the Seahawks, so that's a win. Another thing I want to let you guys know is draft position, right? With the Panthers beating the Seahawks, the Arizona Cardinals did move up in the draft position, which is cool, right? The Arizona Cardinals, as of right now, is sitting at the 6th overall spot. Right now. Right now, the Arizona Cardinals are sitting in the 6th overall spot in the 2023 NFL Draft. Now, if we lose tomorrow, I don't know. I don't think we can get lower. Well, maybe we can. No, I don't think we can. I think we would just stay at 4-9, and we would just be with the Rams and the Saints / Eagles pick. I think we would still stay in that position on the 6th. Maybe we will go down. I don't know, right? I'm going to be observing this very, very carefully. So if we do lose, I'm only assuming we're going to stay at 6th, maybe even closer. We'll have to kind of wait and see how it all shakes out. But as of right now, the Arizona Cardinals has the 6th overall spot in the NFL draft, in the 2023 NFL draft. I'm not sure how you guys feel about that. I know some people don't like to talk about the draft with 5 games left, but the realistic nature of this Cardinal team is that we're a 4-8 team, right? Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're a 4-8 team. We are who our record tells us we are. So, yes, it's good that the Panthers won, right? The Panthers beat the Seahawks today. Kudos to this Carolina Panthers, but that really helped us moving from the 8th spot to the 6th spot. So, if you want to give kudos to somebody, give kudos to the Panthers for putting us into the 6th overall spot. Because I know there's some people out there that just have no hope for this Arizona Cardinal team moving forward into the in this 2022 season. So there's that, right? We got some new people coming through. Just FYI, ladies and gentlemen, making sure that everybody's up to the know and up to date. Latest report came out today that Sean Payton has his eye on either, if he comes back in coaching, which it looks like it's a strong possibility that Sean Payton will come back as a coach in 2023. The top landing spot is back with the Saints, just FYI, because he's still under contract. Unless something changes, a trade, anything like that, the Saints is going to be where the highest probability is going to be. It looks like 2023, he really wants to come back into coaching. Another opportunity for Sean Payton is going to be an LA team. Either the Chargers or they even mentioned the LA Rams. I don't know how much of a possibility the LA Rams is going to be. I don't see the LA Rams moving off of Sean Payton, but we've seen some crazier things happen, right? We've seen some crazier things happen in the NFL. So just going to kind of leave that right there. So that's the latest rumor. That's the latest update pertaining to Sean Payton. Nowhere in there it said anything about the Cardinals. Nowhere in there did it say anything about Arizona. So if you want to get coal for Christmas, that's my coal for Christmas for you right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I wasn't happy with the information either, but I'm just kind of giving you what I've heard from the NFL Network, Ian Rappaport, Tom Pelissero, and Mike Garafolo. So just FYI. I'm still going to hold a little hope, right? I'm still going to hold a little hope pertaining to Sean Payton can possibly be our coach still. I'm not going to let it go. I'm really not. Even if we go into the season with no hope in hell to grab him, I'm still going to hold on a little hope. I'm still going to hold on. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. At least at this very moment, the Arizona Cardinals are sitting at the 6th overall spot in the 2023 NFL draft. I know a lot of people have been reaching out to me pertaining to like who their top big boards are, who what players they want. So thank you so very much for sending those over to me on my Instagram, on my Twitter, all that stuff. So I appreciate you guys for doing so. I know one of the biggest, prospects out there that a lot of people want the Arizona Cardinals to possibly get is Will Anderson. Will Anderson Jr., I'm sorry. But I mean, obviously getting somebody like him, you got to be top 3, right? I don't see him slipping down to the 6th overall spot, at least as of right now. But we'll have to kind of wait and see. So let's kind of look at the rest of the picks right now, right? So we have Houston at number 1. We got Denver at number 2. Denver / it's Seattle's pick, right? So it's Seattle's. So Houston, Denver / Seattle. That's number 2. Number 3 is Chicago. Number 4 is the LA Rams / Detroit. So it's actually Detroit's pick. And then on the number 5th spot, it's New Orleans / Eagles. So I'm not going to mention the other one. So I'm going to go again. So Houston, Seahawks, Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions, Philadelphia Eagles, and then the Arizona Cardinals. So I can see obviously Houston getting a quarterback, right? I don't know if anybody can determine that, right? I think they go quarterback there. Seattle, to me, at one point, I felt like quarterback would be the way for them. But listening to a few Seahawk fans, I don't think that that's a strong possibility that it's going to happen. They might get Will Anderson there. If not them, then Chicago will, right? If not Chicago, then Detroit will. Like, I don't think it's going to be past the 4th round pick. Like, I don't think Will Anderson's going to get past that. I truly don't. The Seahawks right now are sitting with the 2nd overall pick. And then you got Houston at number 1. Detroit came out and they said that the Jared Goff is their quarterback of the future, right? So whether you believe that or not, it's what they said. So it looks like Detroit might not even go for a quarterback. And the Eagles, I can see them just go best player available, right? Maybe an offensive lineman. I don't really know what they need or who they need, but maybe a defensive player, like a great stud defensive player. Maybe that might be something they might do. But for me, the Arizona Cardinals, I hope they don't go the offensive route. If they do go the offensive route, if the Arizona Cardinals go the offensive route, I better not see anybody but a top offensive lineman. I don't want to see anybody else but a top offensive lineman if they go the offensive line or the offensive route. So, right. So if they go the offense side, I guess that's the best way of saying it. If they go the offense side, they better not get anybody else besides a freaking offensive lineman. Now, if they go the defensive route, right? So on the defensive side, they can go any which way. Cornerback, defensive line. Hope not linebacker. I guess that's the main thing, right? So either edge for the defensive line, or you can say like an interior. So that's kind of where I feel right now, right? Now granted, right now Steve Keim is going to be the one making the decision because he's under contract. Unless I see a breaking news in my mind, I'm just going to kind of leave it at that. Steve Keim is going to be making the decision. I just hope he doesn't fumble the opportunity because 6th overall, that's pretty good. You can at least land yourself either A, the top corner, B, the top offensive lineman, or B, or I'm sorry, not B, or 3 or C. I don't know. That might be it. I don't see corner going anywhere past that. Like if I look at who's available, the only one I can maybe see a corner go to, I don't know, maybe Eagles. I mean, but there's some good corners. So I mean, you can get a good cornerback, right, in the 6th overall spot. But you can also get a good offensive lineman as well. So, or defensive lineman. So it's like you can either go either way. But I swear to God, if we go tight end, I swear to God, if we go for another linebacker, I'm gonna be furious. Like I'm gonna be furious. So as of right now, Keim's gonna be the one making the pick, right? Unless we finally see him get fired and Michael Bidwell stops, what I'm trying to say, gets off his knees. I guess that's the best way of saying it. Until Michael Bidwell gets off his knees for this man. That's kind of where it's at. So, I mean, we got some things to talk about, right? We got the draft coming through. I know it's really weird. It's really weird to talk about the draft when we got 5 games left. I know. But the probability of the Arizona Cardinals making the playoffs, although we got to win out. And even if we win out, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know that even guarantees the Arizona Cardinals a playoff spot. I don't think it actually guarantees the Arizona Cardinals a playoff spot. Because if we look at the 7th seed and the 6th seed right now, the Washington Commanders are 7-5-1. And then we got the New York Giants on the 7th seed, and they're 7-5-1. So, I mean, the 5th seed, don't even think about the 5th seed. We're not going to get the 5th seed. That's the Cowboys, and they got 10 wins. The only spot the Arizona Cardinals truly mathematically have a spot at is going to be the 6th or the 7th seed. And those two teams, they have 7 wins. Those two teams have 7 wins. Teams that are closer than us, the Detroit Lions, they're talking playoffs right now. They're closer than us. Green Bay Packers, they're 5-8 right now. Although terrible record, they're better than us, right? Carolina Panthers have 5 wins. The Seattle Seahawks have 7 wins. So, mathematically, right? I mean, yes, technically, but I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Unless the Seattle Seahawks absolutely just get completely demolished the rest of the way and they don't win anymore and the Arizona Cardinals win out, then that's different, right? That's a different situation that we're living in. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know if this is going to happen. We'll have to kind of wait and see what happens with the Arizona Cardinals and how it plays out. Because as of right now, the only spot I can see the Arizona Cardinals get, because A, we can't get the division. San Francisco 49ers have 10 wins already. We can't get the division. The 6th spot or the 7th seed is the only seeds that we can possibly get mathematically. If the Commanders win, it's even tougher. If the Giants win, it's even tougher. Maybe the Seahawks will go on a complete meltdown. Who knows? Who knows? And we got the Patriots. If we don't win the Patriots, goodbye, right? Playoff talk should be over. It should be donezo. And I know I said this earlier in the year, but we're going to keep playing this.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me?
It's what it is. It is what it is at that point. But I mean, mathematically, technically, yes. But it's crazy to live in a world right now that we even have the Detroit Lions fans. We got the Detroit Lions fans talking about playoffs at 6 and 7 right now. We got the Carolina Panthers fans talking about playoffs because they could possibly win their division. We got Tampa Bay at 6 and 7, and we got the Carolina Panthers at 5 and 8. My goodness, how good would we be if we were in the South? Can we move to the NFC South, please? I think that would be amazing. We put ourselves in this position. We put ourselves in this position, ladies and gentlemen. We absolutely did. There was a few games that the Arizona Cardinals could have possibly won. There were some games. There were some games that the Arizona Cardinals could have possibly won, and we just fluked it, man. Just fluked it. So here we are, right? Seattle losing today, that's a good win. Seattle losing, that's a step in the right direction for the Arizona Cardinals. The Rams, we even have Rams fans talking about the playoffs for them. I think Rams just chill. You're sitting at the number 4 seed. Yes, we're sitting at the number 3 seed right now. It doesn't look too much better than what they do, but I mean, chill, Rams. Let us have this. But I mean, let me ask y'all a question. Steve Keim and Cliff. Let's say the Arizona Cardinals, let's just say we live in a world where the Arizona Cardinals get 2 wins, right? I don't care where we get it, how we get it. Or actually, let me just ask you this. You make your own prediction and how this season's going to end. That's how you're going to determine your answer here. Do you think any of them are going at the end of this year? Do you think Cliff or Keim are getting fired at the end of the year? That's the question. So you determine in your mind how you think the Arizona Cardinals are going to win. In your mind, if you say we're a 9-win team, then cool. Hey, bless your heart. If you say that we're a 6-win team, a 4-win team, a 5-win team, a 10 or not 8-win team, bless your heart. You let me know. Do you think that we're going to move off of any of these two, either Keim or Cliff? Anybody? You let me know in the comments. First super chat of the night. What's up, JK Gamer? What's going on, brother? Appreciate you. He says, yo, D-Hop spoke about the Murray and Patrick Peterson drama. Yeah. You mean recently? Or you mean during the time of the drama? Yeah, because I think I remember like covering it. I think I made a video about it. But if it was recently, I didn't see that. Let me know, JK. I'm going to his Twitter right now. I don't see anything here. I'm only assuming you mean during the time, right? During the time it happened. But I do know that DeAndre Hopkins did come to the aid of Kyler Murray when that whole drama happened. 2 tweets ended up coming out, right? Nothing specifically to where like it's like, oh, it's obvious, right? But he did come out and say, he says you don't kick a man when he's already down. That one was out. And there was another one where he was like quoting somebody, and I don't see him I don't see it in his Twitter anymore. He might have taken it down. Yeah, the other one I see is you don't kick a man while he's down. Is that what you're talking about, my dude? Yeah, okay, perfect. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's when the drama started. Yeah. I saw that. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm cool with it, yo. I'm cool with it, right? Your quarterback, our quarterback, is going through a lot of scrutiny right now. He's going through a lot of stuff right now. So yeah, I'm glad he came to the aid. I would hope we would get a little bit more people coming to the aid of Kyler Murray, but I mean, like now it's getting really loud, right? It's getting really. So if you're not a Cardinal fan, you're probably believing it, right? If you are a Cardinal fan, you're probably believing it too. So I mean, it's really up to you. Like the only person that's going to be able to change this narrative, like, is going to be Kyler Murray. That's it. That's it. Here we go, friends. This goes. There you go. Appreciate you, man. He says you lost respect but gained attention. Yeah, there you go. That's essentially what it was. It was around exactly. So yeah, no, I'm happy with it. Honestly, DeAndre Hopkins, kudos to him. Right, good stuff. I know we got some new viewers coming in here. Appreciate you guys for coming out. Talking about Sean Payton again. It almost kind of seems a lot less likely for Sean Payton to come over. A couple reports came out today. One of them was saying that people closest to him. Let me bring up that tweet here. This tweet ended up coming out today, and I'll explain you, I guess, my personal feeling with this. So this is what the tweet said. People close to Sean Payton think that he's going to coach in 2023. I asked one of them to rank where he'd most likely coach. He listed the Saints as number 1. So for me, this one was just a jab, right? Like jab, boom, boom, jab to my face. The reason why I say that is because obviously he's under contract, right? If he comes back in 2023, he's going to be there. But there was another report that came out from Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero and Mike Orafolo and saying that he's eyeing an LA team. Nowhere there that said anything about Cardinals. So like there's that. So it sucks. I hope so though, right? I'm still holding hope. Like I'm still holding hope right now that the Arizona Cardinals can possibly pull this off. Because man, that would be sweet. You want to get people back in the seats? That's what you got to do. You want to get people excited about Arizona Cardinal football again? And with the possibility of the Arizona Cardinals might be getting new unis? Come on now. With the possibility of the Arizona Cardinals might be getting new uniforms. I mean, why not, right? Why not take the opportunity to do something like that? But I get it. With Sean Payton comes a lot of money that needs to be spent. It comes with a lot of draft capital that would have to need to kind of go to the Saints because he's technically under contract for at least 2023. Now, after 2023, it's anybody's game, right? But I don't know if I see a world where we're going to be rolling with Sean Payton. Well, I want to live in the world where we ride with Sean Payton. It's looking a little less likely now, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. For the new people that did come in today, earlier, We are right now sitting in the 6th overall spot in the 2023 draft. So if that gets you excited, if that gives you the, the happy-go-lucky feeling in your belly, we are in the 6th overall spot right now. Yes, we talked a little draft earlier in the stream, but we're not going to really dive into it until like later on, maybe 2 weeks left, maybe even in the off season. It's just because right now we have a possibility of making the playoffs. It's very unlikely, but it's there, right? Mathematically, it's there. So, but if you look at Seattle, Seattle's a really tough stretch coming their way. Seattle has a very tough stretch coming their way. So, like, if this could happen, right? The Seattle Seahawks, I can see going, losing 2 more games, right? Because next, the Seattle Seahawks play the 49ers. Man, 49ers are playing good. After that, the Chiefs. And then after the Chiefs, they play the Jets. And let me know, guys, the Jets are playing good football right now, right? The Jets are playing freaking good football. And then after the Jets, the Rams. Whether you say they're not good or not, the Rams and the Seahawks getting together, it's a division game. You never know what's going to happen. So I can technically see the Seattle Seahawks not do so hot in the last 4 games of their season. The 49ers and the Chiefs, I think it's an automatic loss. I mean, I might be maybe a little too crucial there. But I mean, there's that, right? They're the 7-win team right now. Let's take a look at who else is out there. It was not the Cowboys, the Commanders. Let's take a look at the Commanders' rest of their schedule. Right now, they're sitting at the Commanders are sitting in the 6th overall spot right now. Let's take a look at the last 4 games of the Commanders. Commanders got the Giants, was a division game. The 49ers. Okay, there we go. 49ers. The Browns. And then the Cowboys. So the Commanders don't have an easy stretch either. Okay. Let's look at the Giants. See what the Giants are working with here. So the New York Giants, the last 4 games that they have is the Commanders, the Vikings, the Colts, that might be a win. And then the Eagles. Ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy. Okay. So the Giants have the Commanders, the Vikings, the Colts, which I think it's a win, and then the Eagles. Ooh, okay. Now, just for giggles, right? The Lions do think that they're going to be able to get this possibility of coming up. Let's look at the Lions. Detroit Lions. They're at 6 wins right now, so their probability is a lot better than ours. So the Lions are ending off with the Jets, the Panthers, the Bears, and the Packers. Bro, the Lions look like it's a shoo-in, y'all. The Lions have the Jets, which that's going to be a tough game. The Panthers, the Bears, and the Packers left. Damn, man. That Lions, to me, right there, that one is the tough one. But the Giants seems to be, maybe the Giants, the Commanders, and the Seahawks look like they have a pretty tough schedule. The Lions, on the other hand, that one seems winnable. The Lions looks like I'm not going to say easy schedule, right? Because any given Sunday, they're playing division games, right? So you never know. You never know. The Jets, the Panthers, and then they got 2 division games with the Bears, which, Justin Fields is playing good, so we'll see. And then you got the Packers. Man. Dang, man. Dang. Okay. Okay. I mean, those are the teams that I'm looking out for, right? Because I think if I'm looking at this draft simulator, those are the ones that are kind of flirting. Because I think that if Carolina does make it, it's because Tampa Bay messed up and they're not going to get into the playoffs. Like, Tampa Bay looks bad. Now, granted, yes, they probably played one of the best NFC teams right out there, not including the Philadelphia Eagles, right? The 49ers are a really good team. So that's probably why they look really, really bad. But the Carolina Panthers and Tampa Bay, I mean, I hope we don't have to worry about Tampa, but we do play Tampa later on as well. So that might be another kind of deciding factor for the Arizona Cardinals as well. So, like, that's the thing. Like, it can go any which way. So we have a lot of team watching. But number one thing is the Arizona Cardinals need to win. Like, that's it. You lose this game on Monday night, it's done. Dunzo. There shouldn't be any more talks of we should be retaining Cliff in Kime. Actually, I didn't even get a chance to read anybody's comments that people said that. Okay. So we have somebody saying no, they're not going to get fired. Let's see here. I don't think anybody really answered the question. Okay, no worries. I don't know. Like, I want them to, right? I don't like Michael Bidwell. Like, I don't honestly, Michael Bidwell. Oh, he frustrates me. Michael Bidwell frustrates me. I guess I'll just leave it at that. I guess we'll leave it at that. They frustrate me. Let's keep it with the comments here. So, I mean, we do have a possibility of getting to the playoffs. We really do. The teams to look out for: Giants, Washington Commanders, the Lions, believe it or not, and then Seattle. Those are the four. I guess Tampa, you could put Tampa in there as well. I just hope Carolina just whips, right? Just stop winning Carolina and you're done. So I think those are the teams that I'm really looking out for right now. Giants, Commanders, Seattle, Lions. I guess I'll put Tampa in there. Tampa or Carolina. So I mean, yeah, we have a hope. We have a little hope. It's just gonna be really, really tough to do so. The Arizona Cardinals need to just win. That's it. We just need to win. Just win, and that's all. That's all. So another quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing a watch party tomorrow. So if you don't live in the Phoenix area or the Arizona area, and you don't have ESPN, and you don't have the ability to watch it, you can hang out with some Arizona Cardinal fans on this channel. We will be doing live play-by-play, at least the best of my ability. So I don't let the emotions get the best of me. But if you want to see, hang out with some Cardinal fans, I will be live tomorrow doing a watch party for Cardinals versus Patriots. I'm going to be setting it up probably tomorrow morning, so I'll have the room ready to go and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited. Let's keep it with the comments here. Andrew, appreciate you. So yeah, I was supposed to be going to this game. This Monday Night Football game, I was supposed to be going, but like I always find myself buying drinks and I'm just like really mad when I'm there. So like I ended up just giving the tickets away. If you don't follow me in any of my social platforms, either Instagram or Twitter, I just gave away some tickets on there. So make sure you follow me because there's one more game to possibly give away, and that's the Christmas game versus the Bucks. So right now I'm kind of, I don't know if I'm going to do it, but if I do, the best way to find out, right, is going to be through my Twitter or my Instagram. So just make sure you follow me on those platforms. In the description of this video, you will see a nice clickable link. Click on the link, shoot me a follow, and then the rest is history from there. So, let's keep with the comments here. Steve, I mean, we made a video about it, right? We made a video about it a couple days ago pertaining to Steve Keim. Now I know Steve Keim has had, some recent, what's the word? Steve Keim has had some recent hate. It's nothing that we don't know about, right? Right? It's nothing that we don't know about here as Cardinal fans. Like we know, Steve Keim is not good. Steve Keim has had this job because of Michael Bidwell. Like we know it's no different here. We don't know. We're not saying anything that we know. But there was a recent report that came out from Jordan Schultz, I believe his name was, if I'm not mistaken. Let me confirm here real quick. But there was somebody Jordan Schultz. He ended up getting word from a staffer, is what he called it, like a former or a longtime NFL staffer, is what he was saying. Let me find the tweet here real quick because I did post a video about it as well, and I gave you my opinion about that. But this is what it said. It said heavy criticism for #Cardinals GM Steve Keim from a longtime NFL personnel staffer I spoke with. So whatever the hell staffer is, that's what he said. And this was the quote that I ended up posting on there. He says, Keim's a fan. He's been able to keep that job because of his relationship with Michael Bidwell, but he's not a football savant or a football mind. He's not a leader. So that's essentially like what the video was about. And I gave you kind of my spiel on, me agreeing with it, right? Like not hearing anything different than we already heard. So video was already posted. It's going to be on my YouTube channel. If you want to kind of get me when I first read that reaction, you can watch that video there. But yeah, I'm hoping, right? I'm hoping that the national media is going to help us out. because I know one thing that Michael Bidwell and the Arizona Cardinals don't like to do. They don't like to look stupid, right? They don't like to look like they're not put together. Although we know darn well that they're not the smartest out there, right? We know darn well that like we're a franchise that has only won 6 playoff games in the Super Bowl era. And that's crazy. 6 playoff games in the Super Bowl era. Like, we know who we are, right? We know that we went back-to-back linebackers. We know we went back-to-back quarterbacks. Like, we know as Cardinal fans, we lived it. It's just we need the national media to kind of help push this narrative to kind of get to Michael Bidwell, because I found that a lot of Cardinal fans, when things don't go our way, they shut it off. I found that a lot of Arizona Cardinal fans, when we're not having a good season, they don't want anything to do with the Cardinals. So there's that, right? So the one voice, one message can't be driven because of a lot of Cardinal fans shut it off, right? Over the weekend, they just go out to the dunes, right? They go drive, they go to the lake, they go doing this, they go do that, family time, whatever. So if anybody's ever going to ask me, what did I do during the bye week? I watched football. That's just what I do. I mean, I watched football the whole time, and no matter if the Cardinals didn't play, I mean, I watch football. I like football, so it's what I do. I know there's a lot of Cardinal fans that don't feel that way, right? A lot of people say Sun season now, although the Suns are on a 2-3 game losing streak right now and looking so hot. But I mean, obviously there's a lot of time within the basketball season compared to the NFL season. So I mean, I guess we have that for the Suns. But yeah, that's one thing that I would hope that changes down the road, where Arizona Cardinal fans, and I'm not saying go to the stadium. No, hell no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying go to the stadium. Don't spend your hard-earned money on this crap of an organization. Nah, but like being more attentive, being more involved in what's going on, because I've witnessed some crazy things in this 2022 season, right? We saw Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, winning games and beating the hell out of Tom Brady in a 49ers organization. And it's absolutely wild. Like, here as Arizona Cardinal fans, I almost promise you, most Cardinal fans, not most, but I know some Cardinal fans out there that are saying that the Cardinals are their second team. What? Second favorite team, or they have another team, right? Like the Cardinals are their favorite team, but they have a second team. What? So it's like, it's weird. Like, it's weird. Like, you won't catch a 49ers fan nowhere near in hell them saying things like, oh, that's my second team. What? Nah. So I hope one day the Cardinals organization will get to that level. The fan base will get to it, but the best way to do it is for them to win. Right now, we're a laughingstock. We're a laughingstock. Like, that, legit. The Cardinals are a laughingstock. Whether you don't want to admit it or not, Cardinal fans, Cardinals are a laughingstock. We're 4-8. We just paid our franchise quarterback $230 million, and we came out with the 4-8 record right now. We're a laughingstock right now. We seem to be looking dumb in a lot of national people's eyes, right? And please keep in mind, right, I got Seattle Seahawks fans, not just in my roundtable, but like I actually know Seattle Seahawks fans outside of the YouTube world. We're the little brother. We're little brothers. That's who we are. We're little brothers. Me, I'm just a Cardinal fan. I'm still going to watch football, right? I'm still going to watch football. I'm not a fan of any other team, though. It's just, it's what it is, right? So it's like, it's what it is. I have no comment other than that. So hear me when I say my team loses. I guess it hurts me just more because I got one team. I got one team. So I can't be like, oh, well, let me go to my other team and not hurt so much. No, I got one team. So when we lose and we get destroyed, I think it just hurts me more, I guess. I don't know. But I know Cardinal fans out there that say things like, I got two teams. And that's cool. I mean, that's your life. I mean, whatever. So me, nah, I'm not like that. So one day, I hope so. I hope our culture pivots. But that's for the Cardinals to decide, right? It's going to be the Cardinals needing to consistently win. You can't build a sturdy, reliable franchise on a non-winning organization. It is what it is. So We'll see. And I think that's why I think it's why it's very hard for us to get to a level where we're all kind of speaking one message, right? It's hard. It's so hard. And as you can tell, I don't know if you guys notice or if you guys jump on any other YouTube channels, right? You guys watch any other YouTube channels on what I do, right? Basically me, what I do compared to what other teams do. Your Miami Dolphins, your 49ers, your Rams. Basically, there's other YouTubers. FYI, if you didn't know, breaking news. There's other YouTubers out there that do what I do, but for their respective teams. There's a big difference pertaining to their people watching compared to our people watching, right? I think we capped out at like 90 people. That is what they get in the first 5-10 minutes on their watch bar because people consume their teams. Here, Cardinals, we don't do that. And that's the reason why I don't think we ever get anything done because we don't have a strong, stable fan base. I don't think we truly do. I honestly don't think we truly do. We don't have a strong, stable fan base. We allow teams to come into State Farm, take over. We allow teams to do that. Just people don't care. That's what it is, right? I think I went to, what was it? Not Thursday. Yeah, Thursday Night Football. I forgot who was playing, but the Saints. I went to the Saints game, and it wasn't full. Regardless of what you see with your eyes, trust me when I say the stadium wasn't full on Thursday Night Football. On the bottom, if you're sitting at the bottom, I'm not. I'm sitting at the top because when I get my first year of season tickets, I had to sit on the top. I wanted to go to the bottom, but I couldn't. But from the top, you see obviously the view differently, right? So there's a good amount of Saints fans there. Not a lot, but there was a good amount of Saints fans there. But I remember posting something on Twitter and somebody said like, well, it's Thursday, right? People have to work. There's traffic, doing this and doing that. Boy, you tell a Bills fan that they're going to be playing on Thursday Night Football, you're going to have so many people requesting that day off. You're going to have so many people requesting the day after off because they're going to be too darn drunk. Trust me when I say that. The culture here is not that great. Fan base and Cardinals organization. And I'm not just trying to bash the fan base. It's the organization too. You got to win in order for you to get a good fan base. That's just what it is. It's just what it is. So it's a lot. It's a lot compared to like what other fan bases do. Hell, even the Jets. I've seen a channel when they were losing have solid 300, 200, and they're just talking about Jets versus Bro Schmo, whoever the heck is out there, right? Whoever the hell is out there. Just some random schmo. So yeah, it's crazy. Maybe one day, right? We're an organization that's probably been here the longest, but haven't really built a culture for Arizona. So that's my spiel. I'll leave it at that. But yes, we are going live tomorrow. We're going to be doing live play-by-play. I'm going to be using a different format, so it's going to be kind of different looking here. So we'll be doing that. I'm excited to do that. Hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully it's not a blowout on either side because, it's kind of tough to continue to stay engaged on those type of games, but we'll be here. So if you guys want to tune in, definitely, obviously come through, come one, come off. You're a Cardinal fan. If the Cardinals are your second team, the Cardinals are your first team, whatever, I don't care. If you want to hang out with some Cardinal fans, we'll be here. So if you guys haven't done so already, smack the like button on this video. Definitely do me that huge favor. Smack it up. Helps out the algorithm, helps everybody else out as well. Now, one thing I want to mention as well, I think right now we're sitting very close from hitting 10,600. We're so close to hitting 10,600. We're 4 subscribers away from 10,600. So if you're watching out there, any of you 78 people out there right now that are watching, either on Twitter or Facebook, you can do me a huge solid. Come on to YouTube, type in the AZ Sports Fan here. We are 4 subscribers away from hitting 10,600. And that's 400 away from hitting 11,000. And we just celebrated a 10,000 subscribers. So, we're getting growth, right? We're getting there little by little. So 4 subscribers away, ladies and gentlemen, from hitting that 10,600. I know it's not that big of a deal, but to me it is. So definitely subscribe it up. Smack the like button if you haven't done so already. So I appreciate everyone for coming through. We're probably going to be ending the stream here right now. I just wanted to kind of keep you guys in the loop in what we've heard, right? We've heard a lot of different things. Sean Payton gave you some updates pertaining to that, gave you some updates pertaining to the draft order, what we need to do to get into the playoffs, that type of stuff. So pretty much what we covered in this episode today. So if you guys can definitely do me that solid, definitely subscribe it up, smack the like button. We will be ending the stream right here. I thank you, everybody, for coming through. Everybody, all 76 of you in here right now, thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time and, sitting, watching a live stream here on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. It means the world. Appreciate you guys for coming through. As always, I will see you tomorrow. I will probably be hanging out here with maybe a beverage. I'm not going to get drunk because I'm not trying to get sloppy on a live stream, right? I'm not going to do that, but I'll definitely be having a beverage and I'll be kudos and stuff like that. So appreciate everybody for coming through. Thank you so very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. And as always, go Cards.